What is, hi everybody, this is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy. We're here. We're breaking this two-game NBA slate on our hands. Before we begin, though, always like to definitely subscribe out there and tell you all know. And yeah, we have a two-game NBA slate. We had the NBA Cup yesterday with the Knicks winning it. That was a good game, 124 to 113. And then yeah, we have a two-game slate. Cavs at Bulls. The Cavs are 4.5 point favorites. Over and under is at 241. And then you have the late night game with the Timberwolves 7.5 point favorites, 230 over and under. So we're gonna start off with the point guard spot, but again, hit like, subscribe, so you'll know. Anyways, Josh Giddey, 25 fantasy points last game, coming off a dud game, and now against Cleveland. Does that change here? I'm kind of liking going to him here. I really think this is a good spot for him, especially at 9-2. I like that price tag, especially going down in price. John Morant is questionable, so we need the news on that. There's no Cam Spencer, and there's no Mike Conley. So, like I said, we need the news on John Morant because if Morant's out, it's going to open up a lot. That's going to open up a lot of minutes. They're going to go around. Darius Garland 6'8", love his upside. I think he's a cheap price tag as well. DiVincenzo, I don't really mind going to at 6'7". We know how it goes with him. He's consistent as can be. So at 6'7", I do like it to be contrarian, but now that the price tag's up, it's kind of hard. Trey Jones, not really getting to him. Bones Highland, I don't really 4.8 now. That's way too overpriced. It's way too overpriced. Um, I just don't like the price tag. But we need the Ant-Man news, obviously. Lamal or Lonzo Ball, 4-6 playing kind of big or up and down minutes. Rob Dillingham, 12, 17 minutes. No. Mashik, no. Not really getting to him. Not really getting to Porter. Proctor, no. Let's go to shooting guard. So big news is Anthony Edwards, obviously. We need to know what's the status on him. Because it's going to go increase minutes all the way around as well. No Spencer, the way Took talked about, no Strauss, and Io is questionable. So looking at Donovan Mitchell, 9-8, you're going to have to make a choice on who you spin out for. I'm kind of leaning towards Josh Giddey over Donovan Mitchell, but we'll see how it falls out later during the day. It could be White, 6'8", up and down as well. I'm not really getting to too much of him. Jalen Tyson at 6'2", I do like. Subject Coward, 6'1", depending on the Morant news, personally. Vince Williams, 4-9, playing 18, 15, 16 minutes. I don't really want to get to him too much of. Horder, I'm not really getting to either. Wanting the Bones Highlands, depending on Anthony Edwards, Terrence Shannon, 3-5. You can entice me to be different at 3-5. I'm coming off a 2-point game, 23, 2, 2, 2. I mean, yeah, he's going to be the option to get different at a cheaper price than Bones Highland, but do you trust it? Not necessarily. I mean, along with Jalen Clark, 2 fantasy points, 10 fantasy points. Bone Highland's the obvious play, but at 4.8 now with the price tag bumped up, does he repeat that 30-point output game? That's the question. That's the biggest question. Small forward, Danny McNeil's 6'5" is your highest priced option. I like that. Kind of similar to Dante DiVincenzo. DeAndre Hunter 5'8". No. Jalen Wells, you can intrigue me with at 5'2". I don't really like Vince Williams we talked about. KCP 23, 22, 23 minutes. Not really getting to too much of him. Then you have the Minnesota guys once again. So let's go to power forward. Julius Randle 9,000. We just don't have. He just doesn't have that 50-point output upside. I mean, he's done it a few times during the year, but he just doesn't have that upside, and that's the problem. Jaren Jackson 7-7. I'd rather get to him at a cheap price tag. And Nas Reed 6'9" is playing huge minutes and a huge amount of fantasy production recently. Buzel's a 5'6", no. Aldama 6'4", no. Jalen Smith at 4'3". I mean, he's playing 12-ish minutes to 20 minutes. No. Tomlin, no. There's just not values here. I really want to get to the power forward spot. So I think you're gonna have to go to the Nas Reeds or the Jacksons, the Randalls. And then center, the big news is obviously no Mobley. And then we have no Edie. So Jared Jackson Jr. Like again, I like at 7-7. Jared Allen's gonna play good minutes. I don't mind going to him. Vucevic at 6'6", I think is way too cheap still. I don't understand that price tag. And Nasri we talked about. Jock Liddell, 27, 27, 21 minutes. I like that as a value at 5'3". Zach Collins, no. Dean Wade, no. Bryant, no at 3'8". 14, 8, 12. Yeah, no. So this slate is going to be really, really difficult, I think, for a two-gamer. because we need that Ant-Man news. We need that Morant news. Obviously, your spin up. I personally, I think your spin up is Josh Giddey. Then you have your bunch of values on the Minnesota side and the Memphis side if there's going to be no Morant. So we just need those news. But the drop. But anyways, that breaks down the site for us. So again, thank you for tuning in. Great to us today, everybody. Have a good one.